This is OwlUp, where learning happens in minutes, not hours. For a deeper journey, explore all our courses at owlup.co. Now, let's dive in. Welcome back to Chapter 2 of Vibe Coding, where we're diving into the wild world of AI tools that can actually turn your app ideas into reality without you needing to know a lick of code. Today we're exploring all the best platforms out there that'll do the heavy lifting for you, so you can focus on the fun, creative stuff. Let's get into it. By next year, most new apps will be built without traditional coding. Now, jump to a small team in a coffee shop. One founder clicks blocks in a browser. Another watches an AI code editor write whole functions. Which one is actually building the more future-proof product? Gartner thinks that within a year, most new apps will be built with low-code or no-code tools. That doesn't mean real engineering disappears. It means the hard part quietly shifts from typing code to choosing the right stack of AI helpers. In that coffee shop, the founder dragging blocks might ship a usable prototype in an afternoon. The one pairing with an AI editor might craft a deeply optimized backend. But both still have to answer the same questions. Where does my data live? How fast do I need to scale? How much vendor lock-in can I tolerate? Platforms now range from opinionated wizards that hold your hand through each step to open hubs like Hugging Face, where you can mix, match, and self-host models. The real skill isn't just, can I build this? It's, which path keeps me fast today without trapping me tomorrow? Some tools now blur the line between builder and user. A spreadsheet quietly becomes a backend when you connect it to an AI form that cleans and routes responses. A design mockup turns into a working interface when you drop it into a UI generator that wires in text and image models. Marketplaces like Hugging Face or app stores inside low-code platforms mean you don't just pick one tool. You assemble a stack of services that talk to each other. The real decision shifts from, can I code this? To, where do I want control, and where am I okay renting capability? The first fork in the road is deciding how close you want to be to the metal. On one end, you have platforms that give you polished blocks for auth, databases, and AI actions. They shine when your goal is validation. Can I get real users to do this workflow? You trade deep control for speed, often in exchange for usage-based pricing and less say over where your data sits or how models are tuned. Further along are systems that expose more wiring. You still click to connect services, but you can inject custom logic, call external APIs, or swap in your own models. This middle tier is where a lot of teams quietly live. You keep the ability to debug, test, and monitor like an engineer, while letting the platform handle infrastructure you probably don't want to reinvent. On the far end are code-first stacks and model hubs. You decide which LLM or smaller task-specific model to use, how to store embeddings, and how requests move through your system. This is rarely the fastest way to a demo, but it's often the cheapest and safest path once real traffic and sensitive data show up. It's also where you can experiment with hybrid setups. A compact local model does quick classification. A larger cloud-hosted one handles rare, complex prompts. The trick is realizing you don't have to pick one tier forever. Many solid products grow in layers. Start in a visual builder to prove demand. Migrate the critical flows into a codebase or more flexible orchestrator. And only later worry about custom models or self-hosting. Like a sports team adjusting its lineup mid-season, you keep swapping pieces as the game changes. Skill level, compliance requirements, latency, and budget all push you toward different tools over time. As you navigate, look past brand names and focus on 4 questions. How easily can I leave? Can I see and log what the AI is doing? Where does every piece of user data actually go? And, when my volume doubles overnight, what silently breaks first? Your answers will matter more than any individual feature checklist. A concrete pattern many teams follow looks like this. A solo founder spins up a customer feedback tool over a weekend using a visual workflow builder and a general-purpose LLM. Once real users arrive and feedback becomes mission-critical, a second phase begins. They bolt on a separate analytics service to trace every AI decision, add rate limits, and route sensitive tickets to a different provider with stronger compliance guarantees. In Phase 3, a back-end engineer quietly replaces one expensive generic model with a cheaper classification model, plus a retrieval layer tuned on the team's own knowledge base, cutting costs without users noticing. Think of an artist preparing for a gallery show. Early sketches live in a single notebook, fast, messy, disposable. As the show nears, they move favorite sketches to high-quality paper, then finally to framed canvases under better lighting. The medium upgrades as stakes rise. Your AI stack can evolve the same way, fast and loose while you're discovering the product, then steadily more deliberate wherever quality, cost, or trust really matter. By the time idea to app becomes normal, your real edge won't be typing faster, it'll be choosing and composing services well. Expect resumes to brag about LLM stack fluency the way they once flaunted Excel. Teams will sketch products as flows of prompts, data contracts, and guardrails, then let generators fill in the glue. Like a band leader shaping a sound from many skilled players, the craft shifts from playing every instrument to arranging the whole system's behavior. Your stack decisions will age, just like any product choice, so treat them as drafts, not tattoos. As budgets, teams, and rules shift, you'll swap services the way a gardener moves plants to better light. The real skill is staying curious enough to keep refactoring, not just code, but the very mix of tools that turns your next idea into something real. Before next week, ask yourself, 1. If I limited myself to just one AI tool for the next 7 days, which specific task in my workflow, for example, drafting emails, summarizing client calls, or outlining content, would I delegate to it first, and what exact prompt or setup would I try? 2. Looking at my current tech stack, project management app, CRM, note-taking tool, where is the most obvious friction point, and how could an AI integration or plugin I heard about in the episode realistically reduce that friction this week? 3. What is one concrete safeguard I can put in place today, like deciding which client data I'll never paste into AI tools or setting a clear human review step that would make me feel confident experimenting more boldly with these platforms? This was OwlUp, your daily step forward. To keep learning with structured courses and more insights, go to owlup.co. Until tomorrow!